Today is the 2017 official Martin Luther King Jr. Day in America. And across this country, people are marching, having breakfast and meetings and preaching sermons, talking about the legacy of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Interesting that at the same time, we've got a feud nationally going on between our President-elect Donald Trump and, of course, the legendary Congressman John Lewis. And I want to say to you that the man with the scars from the movement is John Lewis. He marched with Dr. King. He was bloodied with Dr. King. He fought for justice right alongside of Dr. King. We've got to honor the sacred voice of the legendary Congressman John Lewis. And at the same time, as Americans, we must ask ourselves, what would Dr. Martin Luther King's message be today in 2017? I believe he would lift his voice to talk about inequality as it relates to economic policy, the fact that 8 people, the 8 richest people in the world, own half of the wealth of all of the poor people in the entire world. Think about that. 8 people have so much money that they have half of all the poor people's money around the entire planet. That's an economic disparity that unjust economic policies and practices have created. You've got to understand why so many people are locked into the cycles of generational poverty. And then education gap. The fact that inner city schools that are filled with minority children still don't have the resources that schools have in suburban America. That's a problem, because education is connected to the next area, that's incarceration. If we don't understand the need to lift up the spirit of Dr. King, to address economic policy, education policy, incarceration policy, then the marches, the sermons, and all of that is simply inspiration. I believe that it's time for us to act, time for us to get involved, to understand collective unity to change penalizing policies that keep people trapped in poverty, crime, and incarceration. Dr. King would do more than have breakfast and a lunch. Yes, he would inspire us, but then he would ignite us to get involved. And I want to challenge and invite all of us to do something significant, to engage this nation's policies, because until we change policies, we can't change the practices that cripple so many millions of people. America is a great nation. It did not take a new president to make us great, but our greatness is being challenged by our lack of resolve to make sure the policies are just and fair and equitable. I've got to go now, but I hope that you would engage with me. In fact, some of you are sending thumbs up and hearts even right now, because on Facebook, we've got to get everybody, involved in the continuation of the struggle for freedom and justice. Say this with me: I am the voice of Dr. King. I am the voice of Dr. King. I am the voice of Dr. King. So then, what are you talking about? I hope it's about freedom, justice, and equality for all. God bless you. God bless America.